Hello everyone, welcome to Devilon Studio. This is another tutorial in which we'll be creating a to-do app, and you will be able to download your to-dos. So let me actually show you what we are going to be building. So good, eat, and sleep. Okay, so now when you click on the download my to-dos button, as you can see, downloading, open, as you can see. So all our to-dos are here. So let's get started. Okay, so head over to your React app. So we'll be using a package called JSPDF. So let's install that. npm install JSPDF. npm install JSPDF. So while that is installing, let's set up our app. So now we'll be using an input, the type of text, placeholder, enter your to do, and a button which we add to do. So another button which we have which we trigger the downloading as PDF. Download my to-dos. Yeah. So what else? Okay, our package is installing. So let's import state from React. Use state. So we'll be needing an on-change event on this input. So const text set text equals to use state. So our initial value will be what? An empty string. So then add it here on change. So pass e as third here, then set text to what? E dot target dot value. Okay, so our package has been installed successfully. So let's start our app. npm start. So now we have the state for the on-chain, like for the input. So now so now let's create the state for that we add our to-dos. So const let's say to-dos and set to-dos equals to use state. So now we need an initial state. So we need an initial state for these to-dos. So you can just create like a dummy data here, const data, an array with id of 1, and let's say title. Let's say our to do should be, let's say, code. So now another one, id, and our to do should be, let's say, sleep. So this is our dummy data. Okay, now so you can just pass it in here as our initial value. So now when you console log to this is what we're gonna get. So let's try console log to this. Let's see that in console F12. You see an array with length of 2, and we get our id 1 to do code, id 2 to do sleep. Okay, so now so let's actually create an event on this button that will trigger the adding of the to do. So that will be an on click event. Let's say undo add to do. So const undo add to do to be an arrow function. Okay, so set to do's So the way I'm gonna do this is that what, you know, if you want to like see your to-dos, you have to make sure that you get the previous value of these to-dos and the new one coming from this text. So it will be an array. So if you want to get the previous value of this to-do, you can spread it. You can use the spread operator by typing dot three dots dot to-dos, then an object id. Let's use math.random to get the id. Math.random, let's say multiply by 10,000, then the to-do should be what, the text. Okay, now so this will trigger the handling of the to-do. Let's actually output our to-do. So that will be, you know, to-dos is our state. So to-dos dot map item, so it should return an h2 which contain the item dot to do. Okay, as you can see, our initial values are here. Okay, we are getting an error from React that each child in the list should have a unique key pair. So you have to pass it in here. When you map elements in React, you have to add key. So let's use our item.id. You know, the ID from the to-do object. So now let's refresh. Okay, we are not getting the error again. Yeah, we're not getting the error again. So let's eat. Yeah, it's time to eat. You see, we can now output our to-dos. So okay, let's make sure that when we click on this, we'll be able to clear this input. So what we can do is that after that we can just say set text to what, an empty string. So let's see. Okay, it's refresh, then it, oh, what's wrong? Set text to an empty string. That should work. Oh, why is that not working? Okay, so like what I want to do here is when you click on this button, our I did not pass the value. The value should be what, text. Yeah, that should be the fix, text. So now, so let's say walk the dog. Okay, yeah, as you can see now. Okay, so like I also want to focus the element after, let's say, sleep again. So I want to focus this element anytime I click this button. So one way you can do this is by what, creating a ref. Like let's import use ref from React. So you can just say const input ref equals to use ref, because yeah, so ref equals to input ref. So one thing you can just do is like let it run as a side effect. So import use effect from React use effect. So your dependency array, so that will be input ref dot current dot focus. So you click on it, you see our input is focus. Okay, as you can see, but the reason why it's not focus, you see this dependency array, it means what, it will focus when the page, like when the page loads, but we want it to be focused anytime we change the text, like anytime we click on this add to do button and the text changes. So that will be text. So anytime there's an effect on this text, this effect should run. So now it, as you can see, code and walk the dog. So now, so let's actually trigger the downloading of the PDF. Okay, I did something earlier. Wait, let me cut this. Like if to-dos dot length is strictly equals to 0, then if you say you don't have any to do else, so it should run. Like I used like ternary operator to check if the to-do dot length is 0. Like now you see, if we remove this now, if we remove this, like these are dummy data, if we remove this now, you know, let's refresh, it won't make sense. Like if you don't have anything here, you get, so you can just make an if statement that if to-do dot length is 0, then display this, but else, you see, it should now map the to-dos. So now you can say code sleep, eat, you can see. So now let's trigger the downloading of the to-dos. So from our package, let's import JS-PDF from JS-PDF. So now we will now create a new instance of JS-PDF. JS-PDF. We now create a new instance of JS-PDF. So now you can now say, okay, well, let's add an on-click event to this. On-click, undo undo download. Okay, so let's create the function const undo download. Yeah, so so here now, you know, we have already created a new instance of JS-PDF here. So what you can do is just say doc dot, no, let's actually console log doc and see like the methods we have on it. Console log doc. Okay, so let's see, download my to-dos. As you can see, we have a bunch of methods on this on doc, as you can see. But first and foremost, this is what we'll be using. We'll be using this text, doc.text. Yeah, we'll be using this and this text and save. Yeah, text and save. So now, so the first thing will be what? So that will be doc.text. You see, you can just say, okay, let's actually write a text, like a dummy text first. So let's say my to-dos, comma, 10 like that's the page resolution. Then doc.save is the one that will trigger saving of the file, downloading of the file. Then your file name. So let's say todos.pdf. So now let's see it. So download my to-dos, as you can see. So open. You see we get the what the default text that we set here, but we want to be able to download our to-dos. So like the way I fixed this is I created an array. Let's say array equals to an empty array, like created an empty array, or let's say download to-dos, an empty array. So now I now map over this to-dos dot map. So I map over the to-dos, my function. So I now say okay, download to-dos dot push, download to-dos dot push item dot to do. So it is the one that will trigger the pushing of this to do. Like whatever you enter, like on this, if you console log item, you will get the ID and the to do, but you actually need the to do from the item. So that's why I did item dot to do. I hope you understand. So now the reason why I had to map over it is I realized that I can't set to do's directly to be my my text. You get, because they said the error message I got then was that you can't set object in your doc.text. So I actually need the item, like the to do item. So now, but you can set an array or a string. You can't set like array of objects, but you can set an array of string or a string. So now, since this download to do dot push item dot to do, if you console log download to do's, now you'll be getting what? You'll be getting an array of string. So now you can just remove my to do's from here and add what? Download to do's. So download to do's. So let's go back to React app, then refresh. You don't have any to do's. Okay, could sleep and eat. Okay, so download my to do's. Let's see. Open. As you can see, all our to do's are now downloaded in form of PDF. So like you can implement this in any way, maybe like creating an expense tracker, create a note app. So like that will be all for this tutorial. But let me actually add the CSS. Let me add the CSS. I've created the CSS already because I don't want to bore you with the CSS. So class name is a container. So I think I created a div here with class name to-dos. To-dos. So let's import the CSS file. Import /index.css. They're just basic. They are basic styles. They are basic styles. Nothing crazy. So let's see. So that's it. That will be all for this tutorial. I hope you gain something. Please do well to drop your feedback in the comment section. Thank you.